This chart right here, reflects the amount of searches that are happening for Hbar on Google. And this is, of course, in the past 90 days. You can see this for yourself. We were pretty much stagnant, and we have seen a major uptick in terms of searches about Hbar. Are we surprised? Not on this channel, because of course we are seeing the market heat up. Bitcoin yet again reached a new all-time high. We actually saw Bitcoin going above $121,000, which is insane to think about. But anyhow, we're seeing a lot of interest coming in altcoins. Hbar, of course, is one of them. But with that said, I want you guys to not forget the last 12 months, because if I show you guys the last 12 months, we're nowhere near as to where we were in terms of the excitement and the amount of searches that were happening for Hbar, and that really sums it up. But let's take a look at the price and see what's happening, and we're going to pull out the charts and look at the analysis. So looking across the board, obviously a lot of green. If you notice over the last 1 hour, before I show you guys the last 1 hour, I want you guys to take a look at it on the daily time frame. We're up 16% in the last 24 hours for Hbar. But if you're looking at the hourly, we're seeing a little bit of a minor pullback. And I will explain why that is. I'm going to point out some key things for you guys that will make sense. But looking at the price right now, 25 cents right now. We're up about 18% as mentioned in USD, up 14% in Bitcoin comparative. Market cap at $10.7 billion. So it has been able to make its way back above a $10 billion valuation. But look at the 24-hour trading volume at 2.1 billion. I make Hbar updates for you guys every single day. Literally every single day we've been talking about Hbar, and I have not seen this much volume coming in. And pretty much gives us more confirmation that yes, there is a lot of interest, not just for BTC, but altcoins as well. But before we get into any further, as always, just a quick disclaimer, anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in crypto. So I didn't adjust the Fibonacci levels as I discussed in my XLM update as well as the XRP. Since then, let's actually take a look at how far Bitcoin has pumped. Bitcoin saw an increase of 3.2% since my last update. Bitcoin is pretty much in price discovery mode, and I wouldn't even be surprised if Bitcoin is sitting at a new all-time high as we do go into Monday morning. So Bitcoin's looking amazing. Let's actually switch the Fibonacci level and move it to the new all-time high. So I will just do that right now live for you guys. And here we have it, guys. The fact that we're looking at Bitcoin sitting at this level is such a historic moment for the crypto space. We cannot just ignore that. So the fact that Bitcoin broke out the way it did, we actually saw the dominance started to show strength. You could see this for yourself. We were actually looking at the dominance sitting at exactly 64.35%. But since this major Bitcoin breakout, about a 3% increase, we actually saw the dominance show strength with that, which of course explains that we're seeing a little bit of a lag for altcoins over the course of the last 1 hour, which is totally fine because we cannot forget what has been happening over the last 24 hours as well as the last 4 days for the crypto space. We're seeing insane amount of bullish momentum. But with that said, let's take a look at what's happening with the price of Hbar. Thank you. Before I actually get into the Hbar analysis, you guys are absolutely killing it with the support. Such positive comments coming in. Continue supporting, and trust me, guys, that helps out the channel a lot. Obviously by engaging, smashing that like button, hitting that red subscribe button, and commenting down below your personal opinion and thoughts does help out the channel a lot. So continue doing that, and your support is greatly appreciated. But we have done it. And what I mean by that is, remember, I was speaking to you guys about, literally, we were speaking about this exact same moment to play out, but we have broken above that May high. I talked to you guys about that, and that has been done, which is amazing to see. So now this is pretty much opens the door for us to retest the key level, which of course is around the 27 cents mark, and we're getting closer and closer to that. We actually came up to the 25.7 cents. We were literally only about a 5% move for us to retest that key level that we actually haven't seen since March of this year. But I think the volume speaks for itself, and I think it's inevitable that we break out of this key resistance and start retesting this range. What I'm personally projecting is a little bit of a rejection at this range, because of course this is a major key level, and this resistance isn't just a new resistance. It obviously dates back to the previous cycle as well. Let me actually show you guys this on the chart so you guys understand what I'm really referring to. So let's take a look at this. this is 2022. You can see, we do have significant amount of resistance at this range. And of course, this was coming in our way at the time of even, when it was originally an all-time high. And then as the price was seeing the second wave, we saw this exact same resistance, come in our way as well. So that exact same level is, something we want to keep in mind. But just a, quick reminder for everyone that picked up Hbar around the 12.8 cents mark, you're up 100% right now. And I'm sure a lot of people are, wishing they were accumulating around this range. But believe it or not, it's pretty much simple as this. Around here, I don't care what people say, not many people were paying attention to Hbar. Only the people that were focusing on Hbar every single day and, were showing support are the true holders. And I know there's a lot of those viewers on my channel that are true holders, and I appreciate you guys. Your support means the world to me, and I am really happy for the gains that you guys are making. After breaking out of this key resistance, of course, we start retesting almost the 0.50, and that's where things really get exciting. So in terms of all-time high for Hbar, I think that is not an unrealistic thing to be looking out for. But let's first get into the 38.2, and then we'll take it from there. Do let me know in the comments down below what your personal thoughts are. Subscribe if you have not done so already, and I will see you later. It's been Crypto ZX, and peace out.